Okay, well, I have no idea how the VOD will turn out. I actually admit that I hadn't checked these things in the past when I've been ending and doing and resetting. But we'll see what happens. Who are you and how did you end up on my screen? Hi, my name is X Clementine. I am a New Zealand streamer, but I live in the UK and I'm just here with my brick wall. I saw Clem Approve say that it's like talking to a brick wall, and I was thinking that is very funny. That's very, very funny. Well, it's not. It shouldn't be a Twitch thing. Is what the issue is, but it doesn't matter. Thank you for the follow, Templar. That's very kind. Uh, it shouldn't be a Twitch thing. Oh, why? Why? Oh, there we go. No, it is there. It shouldn't be affected at all. And so, how are things looking back on the flu tubes now? Yay, it's horizontal again. Okay, so it looks, well, maybe everything's just a little bit slow. Visit channel. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Yes, it is. What is going on? Ah! Charles, welcome back. How's your father? All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. You're far too unique to just be another brick. That's cute. Okay, let's read this fun fact, shall we? While we wait for things to kind of catch up. Where'd the fun fact go? Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here it is. The phrase tea by sea, chai by land explains how the global word for Camellia sinensis was determined by 17th century trade routes from China. Land routes, as in the Silk Road, brought cha or chai to Central Asia, India, and Russia. Sea routes, largely via Dutch traders from Fujian, brought te or tea to Europe. That is a fun fact. Thank you so much, especially while I'm drinking my tea. I'm still listening. I'm just starstruck by Hugh Jackman's hair on this movie. Oh, is it the Neil Diamond one? Yeah, I'm this unique brick over here. That's exactly right. It is horizontal now? Okay, perfect. We'll leave it like that. What an interesting little VOD it may or may not be of just switching around. I don't know if it keeps the whole thing, if it has like a delay buffer and then just keeps the entire VOD, or if there's going to be like 3 of them. But we'll leave it like that, and then I will look into I think I know what the issue is. I think that it's using the same stream key, and so that's why it's outputting to both, but with the incorrect orientation is the word. So I think it's fine. New timer, so I think it split them up. Okay, so we may as well I'll work on that. I'll work on that. Hugh Jackman plays Neil Diamond. Is that not the movie? Wait. Is that not it? He is good. I'm glad to hear it. Well, what movie are you talking about? Which one are you? Okay, well, now you're making me confused. Hugh. Yeah, that's the one, Kafka. You got it. Hi, Vale. Yeah, people have. You're not the first person to mention Split, so I might have to look that up. You were there for 2 months. That's incredible. Yes, Song Sung Blue is the. Wait, is it? Oh, okay. My apologies. He does not play Neil Diamond. He plays a cover band. He plays someone who is a cover band of Neil Diamond. I just assumed it was Neil Diamond because it has a whole bunch of Neil Diamond songs, but they are playing a cover band, not Neil Diamond himself. And they are a couple. His wife is Kate Hudson. And so that is my bad. Okay, so Hi guys! Split is surprisingly good. The trailer doesn't do it justice. That's not the place we were talking about. But I like the correlation. Yes, Split is down that spit. So I don't know if we will actually be able to go all the way down there because it is beautiful though. So I will have to ask my friend. But we are actually going north into Slovenia. The plan was to be more in Slovenia than in Croatia. And so I don't think that we actually have a lot of plans to be going around. I always get the name wrong, so let me read it. Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't know how to say the second one. And so, yes, yeah. So we're planning to go to Bled, which is like a lake region. And so that's where we wanted to spend time and cross the border to Austria as well. Is Neil short for something? I hadn't considered that. I don't think it is. I think Neil is typically the full name. Nielsen is a surname. No, I don't think so. Is how they say it on Eurovision. Yeah, I'm not trusting that. I've heard great things about. I've been practicing this on Ljubljana. Now I'm doubting myself again. Anyway. Oh, cool. Yeah, it does look like a pretty country. Hey, Bobby. Okay. Let's get cracking. I think that we are fine for the outputs, even if we are sacrificing the vertical today, and it's fine. So, hi guys, it's good to be back. As mentioned in my notifications, which not everyone would have seen, I'll tell you what it said. This is my last stream before my Croatia trip, so I will be taking a few days off for travel. I am traveling this weekend, which is very exciting. I'll be meeting up with a friend who lives in Denmark. We're both meeting in Zagreb, the capital. I'm assuming. I just assumed it was the capital. It is the larger of the cities in Croatia. Happy day, Probakis. And so I am going to be flying into there, and then we will be hiring a car and traveling around the countries. So we're going to be going up into Slovenia. We're going to be crossing the border to what is technically Italy, but it is such a tiny, tiny, tiny part of Italy. But it'll still be Italia. And then we're going to go up to Austria, the southern parts of Austria, and then back through Slovenia, and then to Croatia. So I am. That's the only reason I hopped on. Hilarious. So I'm very excited for that. It'll be 7 days. And then when I fly back into London, I was thinking that I might take you guys to Cambridge as well. Because I have a friend who lives in Cambridge. And I'm flying into to London. And so I thought that I could take a train out to see them for the Easter weekend. And that maybe I can take you guys on an actual, like, portable IRL stream just around Cambridge. I won't be doing any portable streams when in Croatia, on my Euro trip. But I will be trying to go live at least twice during the week. It just depends on how my friend goes. She is not a content creator, so I don't feel very good about roping her into things. But she does enjoy it, so I think I can wrangle her into doing one stream, especially because you guys missed out on seeing her in Scotland. But I think Scotland, we were still that was our first ever trip that we had done together, so we didn't know each other's travel style and how to fit that in. Hippo, thank you so much.
Wait, it's my second month. Did someone gift me? Sorry, I just noticed, lol.
No, that's all right. They must have, but thank you so much. That is so kind. I love the question mark in Brian's voice. Did someone gift me? And so, yes, exactly. She didn't want to dox her next husband. And so I will be bringing my laptop and streaming off that rather than taking you guys on the phone and walking around that way. Just because I felt like the laptop has been successful and that it'll be nice to just have coffee with my friend Coffee, and so it'll be super simple. If you can IRL, that would be awesome, but I don't mind watching the replay. The IRL in Europe, I can tell you already that I won't be doing that because I know that it won't be. It'll be not so much a connection issue, but just I know that my friend won't be as keen to wander while on camera, whereas having her next to me here, sitting someplace, that's something that she would feel comfortable doing. Whereas the exploring of cities, I know that she won't want to juggle doing that on camera. And so not everyone wants to be a content creator. How crazy is that? Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you. I'm hearing boat. Do you like airports? No. I mean, they're fine. I'm indifferent to airports, I guess. I want to take a train trip. Yeah, I will hopefully do some train trips in the future, but this one we'll be doing by car just for a bit more flexibility. I don't know when I'll ever get to see them. Well, it's something that, oh my goodness! Quokka, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. Oh, that's actually something that I might try and change so we don't have this bombardment, but I won't worry about that now. Thank you! It's a hype train, so get on board. Thank you. That is very kind. I know, Aria. Nobody likes airports. Yeah, well, I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent to an airport. They provide me the service that I need. So I can't really hate them, you know? Choo choo! Thank you. Okay, words. I don't even know why you'd ask. Go get some sleep, cute man. You don't have to hang out. I like them. It feels like being at the stem of something great. That's cute. People watching is a lot of fun. I do enjoy people watching. Yeah, there we go. Lil Goth's the same. It's a hype plane, so get on board. Come to Croatia and Lord, something. If you're real bored. Wait, no, I can't rhyme bored with bored.
More coal in the engines.
More coal in the engines. Choo choo. Thank you so much. Woo! Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Pro Bakers with another 5 as well. That is so kind. Croatia. I hardly know her. So stupid. Rhyming bored with bored seems fair game. I mean, I'm sure that it's not the worst thing that rappers have done. Well, my day's just begun, Night Warrior. I was a little bit slow out of my bed today, but I'm having a good one so far. A few tech issues, but we can ignore those for now. I'm traveling this year too, but it's a family thing, so not really a vacay. Yeah, but it can be nice even just to see things, and hopefully you get along with your family. Thank you guys for the level 6 hype trade on the Twitch. That is so cool. Wow. Oh my goodness. I feel so flustered. Take advantage of the 35. There's a 35% discount. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, well, thank you so much. I didn't realize it must be a Twitch thing because I definitely didn't put that on. Thanks, Steve Mama. Also, you mentioned things that might look different. You were on the right track on one place. Thank you, Clem. Thank you. Abroad, afford, it doesn't matter if you can afford, I don't know. Oh my goodness! No, that's quite alright. I have no issues with not paying full sum. Like I've been saying recently, I'm in a very, very comfortable place at the moment. So anything is just spoiled. So thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I have to travel this year. It's been too long. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that the last couple months have been, well, I guess like the last couple years have been a bit rough for you, hey Quokka. So it will be good to get out there again. I did plait my nose hair. I can't believe you noticed. Oh my god. I didn't think anyone would notice. That's wonderful. Wow. Quokka, thank you for another few fruits. I actually can't see. It does say 10. Okay. I couldn't see what it said. Thank you. That is so kind. In a comfortable place, spoken from the attic. I didn't know it would suit me so well, okay? I didn't know that the degenerate, what's it called, hideaway hermit is so wonderful for me. It's a hype train, so get on board. Please be kind, give what you can afford. It's like, give only what you can afford. We need to cut out a word there for the syllables. I figured you had forgotten all about me. Sorry, who are you? You're new, right? That is my curse. I remember things. I thought it was more of a braid. Yeah, the difference being, I actually don't know the difference between braid and plait. I don't think there is one. All of these bits and all she wants is a dono is a shoe. I know, right? I just need some gumboots for my throne. I actually haven't thought of anything else to put on my wish list. Thank you for checking it though, Kafka Fish. That is very kind. I will think of things as they come to mind. So I think once I have cleared out the attic over there, then I can start putting like little knickknacks, like an empty picture frame, as Boba suggests, or some fairy lights, some low cost knickknacks that you guys can help out with for decoration. But I also am really enjoying the minimalist. We were talking about this yesterday. The sun is not so shining today, so we will get a lot more of this moody, consistent lighting, which is good. Hi, Azza. And so I've just been really enjoying the plain brick wall. Maybe I'm scared that I will not do it justice if I were to try and decorate it. So it's just kind of the leave it alone. It is awesome, isn't it? But it would also be awesome with some like hanging vines and maybe another plant, and other things. But I don't know. I kind of like the minimalist as well. How's my secret doing? It is same. So it's still growing. I think there's a misunderstanding, Dobby. The elf in Harry Potter gets freed with a boot in the attic. Yeah, that's the true life story that it was based on. Time for my cuppa and soup. Nice. And make a joke about the wall behind us as well. But since it's a roof, the pun would go over your head. Got him. That's why I ended up being get out of your seat and dance on the floor. I didn't want to be presumptuous. I like it. Depends on where you are. You have quite a few heritage lines in the UK where you can ride steam locomotives. Hell yeah. That's so cool. Okay, you should have been staring at my nose hair the whole time. All right, I'll tell you what it is. I will say that this hype train is actually very, very appreciated, because I spoke about this yesterday. Do you guys not remember the one homework task that I gave you yesterday? Or are you guys just ignoring it? Teacher said, hold on, should I put my glasses on for this? No, I feel like I'll be too much of a kindergarten teacher, whereas this is more like telling off high schoolers. Quokka, you've already given so much. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Homework never done it. It was one task. Thank you, Quokka. Thank you, Propagus. Thank you for the gifted subs here and there as well for the singular ones. That is so kind. Level 8 is insane. My dog ate my homework. My goodness. What? No, what? I don't have notifications for this stuff, apparently. What? You're kidding. What? No, you did not. What? Oh my god, thank you so much. What the heck? I don't even have words. I can't. What? Anonymous! My boots are now purchased! I'm so excited! Oh my god, my feet are gonna be so dry now! Thank you! Well, it says anonymous. Sorry, I made sure to say thank you, anonymous. Whoever anonymous is, thank you. And oh my god, and to the old Asian guy earlier today, what the frick, guys? What? Thank you. Thank you. I cannot believe it. Your generosity truly, it's bewildering. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just tell you what your homework was, and let me tell you why I'm so still sweaty. Exactly. Just how the kink people like it. Oh wow. So my homework that I gave yesterday, and why I'm so grateful for the donations today, even when I was like, I'm not feeling like we need to put too much pressure to make money on this stream. Let me just do a little tuss. Do you notice anything now?
Get loved me EO'd, to its 98% atomic giving. Prepare ye, we can appropriate and present it as a collective thing.
Exactly. Any literal bit helps contribute to the hype train if you would like to get the emotes at the end of it. It might be Quokka today, but it would not have been a hype train without other contributions. So we can be on the board too. How is getting a haircut our homework? I told you. I said yesterday. I'm getting a haircut. You guys better notice. You better mention it. Isn't that what every woman asks for? Yeah, Clever Bruce. Thank you so much. That kicking us over to the level 9 hype train. Woo! Which one? All of them. I love that, C-Mama. I know that's what you do with your kids. Which hair did you get cut, Ian, as well? Look, it looks so pretty and healthy, and you can't really tell because I'm wearing too much orange, so it all blurs in together. But trust, it just looks so good again. It's still nice and long. Hold on, I'll back up a little bit so it's not cut off by the bottom of the screen. It looks so nice and healthy, and it still has plenty of length, because I know that whenever I say I'm going to cut at least one of my hairs, people get very, very concerned, because they're like, no, I like your hair, it's so long, don't cut it. I'm like, guys, you don't realize how much hair I actually have. So it's still nice and long, but it's just much healthier. Okay, hold on. I'll try and do the Glinda hair flip. Tuss. Brilliant color, thank you. I don't know how much it picks up on with this lighting. I wish my hair would grow that long. Mine gets shoulder length and then it just gets split and city. Sorry. Well, that's why I got a little haircut yesterday, because it was exactly that. It was so dead at the ends. It was like a lion's mane, which I think is why people like it when it's dead. Because it starts getting really poofy. And every time I would brush it or I would wash my hair, I would just like pull my hand out and have these wads of fur balls in my hand. It's so disgusting. Like it just is everywhere. And so now, even, you know what? It was so bad that even the hairdresser, she kind of gave me like a little bit of shade for it. Just a little bit. She was like, yeah, I can tell. And I was like, girly. She's like, yeah, we'll just take off this and it'll be fine. Yeah, it was a proper shame. I definitely could hear the shame bell. It was, who gifted the subs? Well, there are a few people, so it just depends on who you got that from.
Salon Selectives by Clementini's Dino Dance.
So it was a little bit of a I was like, hey, I've been traveling okay. I haven't had a chance to look after it. But my point is, it cost so much money for just, like, honestly, I don't mind paying how much I did. It was £45, which is 90 Australian dollars. So that's about, I think about 6. I don't know how that much that is in US. I'm still getting my my conversion there. Pound to US It was 60 American dollars. Look, it's expected is what it is. It was just upsetting. Let the US figure it out. I managed to do it. $60 US. And so it's not like just throwing a little chump change around. But I will say she was very good. Like she was chopping at it so quickly in a way that I went, girl, are you paying attention to what you're doing? I'm really concerned at how you're just nonchalantly just going at it. Whereas I feel like so many other people, they just like comb it, comb it, comb it, and then it's like they've done nothing. Whereas she was just like, nah, boom. And I was really concerned it was going to look really blunt, I guess. I'm not really a fan of a blunt cut. It's basically where it's just straight. But it looks great. It looks like my hair. It looks how like I normally have my hair, but with no dead ends, or very little, or very few rather. So I'm very happy. Yes, I've been doing stand-up for a few weeks now. I got some professional pictures for my business website. I opted to go to a proper hairdresser. I'm Guy. They charged me $65. Yeah. But did they do a good job is the question. Did they do a good job? I'm going to have to learn some hairdressing skills this week. I've bought a wig. Oh my gosh. It's way too long. I'm sure that there'll be tutorials as well that can work on. And I saw you said, if I'd been paying attention, I would have remembered you said something. Shame on you, rest of chat. Shame on you. Don't get bangs. I feel like as a ginger, it's a rite of passage to have bangs at least once in my life. But anyway. Thank you so much for the level 9 hype train. That is very kind, very sweet. And the boots that are made for walking, but in the rain. Oh my gosh. I can tell you, I am so grateful for all of this kindness. And also from my old Asian guy barista. But genuinely, the boots, I'm not a compulsive buyer. I've spoken about this in the past. It takes me a long time to purchase anything. I think actually my video that I posted on YouTube when I was talking about leaving Melbourne, I made a joke about this, and now it's it's not a joke. It wasn't a joke. But I also am realizing that history is repeating itself. Those boots, I came across them, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. And I have been eyeing them up for 3 to 4 years. They're Australian-made boots, and they are so cute. They're gum boots. And I was like, do I really need gum boots? I do live in Melbourne at the time. So it does rain a lot here, even though a lot of people assume it doesn't because it's Australia. It does rain a lot. And then every single time it rains, I'm like, I should have got those gum boots. I should have got them. I should have just done it. I should have just gone ahead and grabbed me gum boots. And then the first week that I arrived here in the UK, I was like, I gotta do it. Maybe I don't necessarily, maybe I'd like fundraise for them on the wish list, but I was like, maybe some anonymous gifter will help me out. So this has been 3 to 4 years of coveting these bloody gum boots. So thank you so much for that additional contribution alongside the hype train and the donations. That is, wow. I'm feeling very spoiled. Thank you guys. And now I have a little bit of pocket money for Croatia as well. I thought you fly to today. Okay. We have some storms. No. It'll be on the weekend. So I've still got a few days. Hopefully the storms will calm down and that my flight won't be cancelled. Fingers crossed. You put up with the weather in Melbourne, but 1 week in the UK makes you change your mind. The thing is that Melbourne weather is very temperamental. And so a lot of people are like, why are you moving to the UK? The weather. I've actually had better weather here in Southampton for the last few weeks than I have had in Melbourne. And And in New Zealand as well, I was there in the peak of summer and it was storming and flooding. In fact, there was some awful flooding that was happening during the summer this year. And so I'm used to the rain. What I'm not used to is just the constant gray cloud coverage like today. I don't think it's going to rain today. I haven't checked the weather. But they don't look like rain clouds. And so the difference is that at least Australia, Melbourne and New Zealand, they get the blue skies and sun in between. But I've been getting that like the last 2 days. So Southampton, which is very, very south of the UK, very, very south, I honestly am not feeling too much of a change in the weather other than it's a little bit cooler, I would say. And so there's a couple days ago it was sunny but the wind was coming through and it was like felt much cooler than the actual temperature. Maybe a mirror could work. That's a good point. I'm not worrying about it now. I'm going to add to the setup when I come back as well, so we'll just keep on working away at it. It's been the best day in 5 months, 16 degrees Celsius. Yeah, because it's not so hot anymore, hey? Yeah, flooding in New Zealand, North Island, it was awful. I actually like the grey sky. I saw the sun a few days ago and panicked. No, I do like me some sun. It brings me a smile to my face. Wait, hold on. These boots, I missed this ones. Spent years making sure I have gum boots, but it was getting increasingly difficult to find ones that were completely waterproof. Now I have some Vesses. Oh, I don't know those ones. I'm over the moon with them. Hell yeah, I'm so pleased. These ones are like ankle boots. So they're not full up to your knee wellies gum boots, but they're just kind of how I would describe them as like city chic. So gum boots for the city, and so I'm so excited. And it was so hard to not choose one of the brightly colored ones because they have like a nice kind of burgundy that I was looking at, and they've got green and blue and yellow. The yellow was very hard to not look at. I was like, I do kind of want to get the compliments on how outlandish my color choice of my gum boots are, but I went for a nice neutral creamy color which will suit all of my all of the clothes I wear. So if I'm wearing blue, I don't have to worry about it clashing. If I'm wearing black, I don't have to worry about it clashing. Those are the only colors I wear. So if you don't have the hair flip, you get more subs. Hilarious. But I missed what the boots are. Got great boots. I missed something about the boots. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I need that photosynthesis, exactly. Have you not been on YouTube enough if you've never gotten ads for Vessi? I'm sorry, I have YouTube Premium. It's the one subscription that I have consistently had. I am a bit sad because it goes up so frequently. The prices continue to go up, but it is genuinely the one subscription. Oh, and Twitch Turbo. So although I'm appreciative to the gifted subs, Twitch Turbo is a very good service as well. And so that is why I don't get Vessi ads. So this one is Australian brand, and I'm excited. But I think it's less so about the weather that convinced me to get the boots, and more about the aesthetic. I think I feel like I will. I feel like the people who live in the UK are much more I was going to say doom and gloom. Is that what I mean? It's just I just feel like the boots suit the UK aesthetic more than they did the Melbourne aesthetic. If you're going to get away with it, it's going to be in Melbourne, because Melbourne chic just as anything. I don't know how to explain it. I have no rational thought or logic to it. It just feels right. It just feels right. And then I'm gonna pop them on my feetsies, and it's just gonna be excellent. Yeah, I have YouTube Premium, you scum, exactly. Where's Manu? Manu's just down here. He's just here. There we go. He's never too far. And then Snacks is downstairs. I was cuddling him on the couch yesterday. Okay. Thigh highs, hell yeah. Okay. I missed what things are. I do like the natural light over lamps. Yeah, so I've got one overhead light, which is what's causing this kind of fluorescence. And then the skylight is just to my left as well. And today, like I said, the sun's not out, so we'll have pretty consistent lighting, unlike yesterday. If you do like a speed time lapse of the stream yesterday, you can just see it going woo woo, and that's why people often will use lights over the natural light, but you try and get it when we can, you know. In Melbourne, you had to wear waterproof Uggs to fit in. Exactly. They've got more cowbell. No, I don't know Portlandia, sorry. Okay, let me see this mirror. Loading. It's like one of those ones that you use to see around corners when driving or shoplifting. That's a good point. I hadn't considered there as well, which is what a lot of these pictures are for. Genuinely, that could work. Anyway, I'll worry about it when I'm back. If the light, I guess my question is, does the light actually bother you guys? How do you feel about the moodiness? Because my crappy monitor shows me one thing, and I think it outputs differently to you guys, and then I guess you guys all have different screens anyway, so it will look different for everyone. So the light bothers me. Can we turn it off? God damn it. I should have kept my mouth shut. Is that better? Was that what you wanted? Are you happy now? Oh, maybe I can do like this. Yeah, this is the brick wall. You just wanted the brick wall. Okay. Well, hold on. There we go. I guess this is the way. Doesn't bother me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm happy for it just to work on it over time. Now that I'm home, I can see on the big screen. I must say, your hair is looking great. Thank you. If only you could see it again. Yes, this is my little kiwi bird. His name is Manu. I'm thinking of getting one myself. I found it really comfortable to sleep cuddling my Uri. Oh, do you want the I'll send you the brand name for this one if that helps. Also, I appreciate the cowbell joke. I just saw it again. It's very funny. Just whisper now. No, you're stuck with me, okay? You're stuck with me. Seems a bit dark today. Okay, so when the sun is not out, it is very dark. But when the sun is out and it's kind of doing its thing, then it feels like we are in an alleyway. I was getting totally bricked. That's not what you're supposed to say. Can we get more cowbell? More cowbell. I think a little more light would be worthwhile investing in, at least a little. Add the security mirror to your throne. Yeah, okay. So I feel I quite like the moodiness, so I don't think I'll put anything on this side necessarily, but there's plenty of space just behind my monitor here. So I think that either doing a mirror, I think it's mainly just if the sun's not out, then it can be a bit tough. So I think if we do a light just here, then it should be okay. But I will work on that when I come back. Too bright does bother, exactly. I do think the Christmas lights on the wall would completely change as well. Yeah, little fairy lights. Is that natural lighting or your own lighting? I don't have an external light at the moment, so the only lights that are in this room are anything from the monitor. So if I open up like a Google browser and it's not on dark mode, that can sometimes light me up. There's I think it's fluorescent. This yellow light that you're seeing on the wall, that's the light that's built into the ceiling. And then there's a skylight. So those are the only light sources that I have in this room currently. And so if you watch the stream yesterday, or even just check the VOD, you'll see that it's a much, much brighter room when the sun is out. But the sun is not out right now. So that's why we're getting this very, very dark and moody light. I think that the first stream I did on this camera, the sun wasn't out as well. So we had the same kind of vibe. It's consistent, but it is a little bit dark, apparently. So I think that even if we just get like a mirror or, well, the mirror won't really help when the sun's not out anyway. So we'll get something simple, I think. It's the serious side of comedy, exactly. It feels like dark alleyway victim is what it feels like. It's giving victim. You should be wearing a beret. Is that meant to say a beret, or is this a word that I'm not familiar with? Are you talking French hat, or are you talking a beret that I don't know what is? Thank you, Quokka. You're the first stream community I got involved with memories and stuff. That's really sweet. I really appreciate that. One of those standing sticks that lights up the wall could be cool in the dark corner. Ooh, yes, because then it can just kind of tuck away in the corner because the door opens out. There's a door here that opens out this way. And so I wasn't going to put a full... I wanted to put kind of like a coppery lamp. Or maybe like a velvety green. I'm into the green, but mainly because I think it will contrast with the red brick very well. So I'm kind of wanting to get. Oh, maybe I can go to like a thrift store. That could be fun. French hat, yeah. So yes, French hat beret. There we go. The I don't know if it has an accent anywhere, but yes, beret there is a better spelling. I don't have a beret. Wait a second, I might have a beret. Because all of my boxes have arrived. Ooh, I might have a beret. French hate is good too. Hi, Brian. Good to have you back. I think we had summer on the south coast a couple of days ago, and now it's back to standard British summer, clouds and damp. Well, you know, it's spring. It's only March. We'll give it time. Give it time. Yeah, I like the mood lighting, but I think that it could be fun to have a little lamp or something. No accents on beret. Thank you, C Mama. Oh, it's a song. Okay. Let me see if I have something just in here. I'll take you with me. Will it be in here or here? Okay, I don't think it is in here or here. Will it be in here? Okay. No. So in that case, okay, it's probably going to be in the one that is going to be too much of a bitch to rifle through. Surely it's just in one of these, but I can't see it very obviously. Where else would I put it? Would it be in the one downstairs? I don't know. Okay, I don't have a beret today, but I will have a beret somewhere. It's one of those things where it's interesting to have my parcels arrive from Melbourne now, because I don't really know what's in what. It was just kind of a Tetris thing, and so I am struggling to find things. I can see something that's quite exciting though. I do have something that's very, very exciting that I can see is on the top of everything. If anyone forgets where my loyalties lie, oh no, not that way. Oh God, I'm not proving my case. I'm not proving my case. Ta-da! Woo! It's the laser kiwi! It came with me. I had to bring my patriotic pride, of course. Da, 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 da. Look at it! So cute! cover the bricks, hang the flag. Yes, it's the national flag of New Zealand. Isn't it wonderful? So we don't have the bricks, we just have the laser kiwi. Maybe I can put it in the corner somewhere, and then I have somewhere that I can hang it up whenever I need to make a patriotic speech. But it doesn't have to be up the whole time, you know? Ah, wonderful. Wonderful. So it is exciting to see kind of some of the goodies that I had popped in there. And I'm looking forward to uncovering treasures as I go. But I'm trying not to unpack all of the boxes just yet because I don't really have places to put the things. But I'm thinking that I might make the area just to the left of me a little cozy corner, and then that's where I can hang up any trinkets, and I can put some of my fun stuff that kind of ends up on a shelf tucked away and not really on display. So you guys might not be able to see it, but I think that will be good for me. Hey, Adrian. Yeah, it's the national pride. Have it on a flagpole on wheels so you can grab it off screen at a moment's notice. Yeah, maybe I can tuck it into the den beside me as well. For those who don't know, there's a... Oh, it does make it all the way. There we go. There is a hiding hole. Just, oh, it's cold in there. Something definitely is ghostly in there. Wow, a door! It's the hiding hole, okay? Not the hobbit hole. Brick aesthetic idea, gold bronze with variegated vines and plants, warm fairy lights, maybe some light pink pastel accents. Yes, I was thinking for sure like that coppery goldy bronze look or soft fabric as well. So I'm thinking about it. But then the other, like I said, the other thing is that I don't know if I want to just leave it minimalist. But you guys seem to want to decorate it, so maybe I simply must. And Nine Fox suggests that a little bit of color on the brick wall will help me not blend into it so much, especially when I'm wearing a shirt like this. A wall sconce. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe we can get like it's not a candelabra, is it? But like a wall candle holder, wall candle. That could be fun as well. You know, like one of these old school ones that look like Lumiere. Is this the widest the camera goes? No. But while I am I don't have anything on the background, that's why I've got a little bit closer. So it can go a bit wider still. So when I go like this, you can see that there's a bit more room for decoration should we decorate. So we got space, but like I said, I don't want to overdo it, you know. She's going to end up just spamming it with portraits of Manu, exactly right. When is the room tour? Oh gosh, there's not really much to see at the moment, I will admit. I think that the room tour will be when I remove all of the rubbish. I'm just seeing if I can take a photo. I've put the flag on doxing info, so I should be able to show you why. I'll just see that's not an address. I think that should be fine. And if not, guys, don't dox me. That would be mean. So over the last few weeks, Valerie, you may have missed it, or you would have missed it, but I've just been doing a little work in progress, and we cleaned out the attic and put a whole bunch of rubbish in rubbish bags, and they are yet to go to the tip. But the plan is to dispose of a few of these things tomorrow, and then when I come back as well. So it's a little bit messy. Hold on, I'll turn the brightness down. Yeah, I need to clean up first. Oops. One moment, sorry. I just accidentally closed it off. It's it's I literally had to step over the boxes just to get into my workspace. So it's not really tourable at the moment. It's not really comfortable over there. Over here it's also very messy. There's a lot of stuff on the ground. So I'm just trying to ignore that. I usually like my space very clean. This is not clean. I never understood how you get in here. I did a very large step. So I will take away some of those things. Basically, the person who lived here before, my roomie, they left a whole bunch of things, and roomie didn't know that they could have that's illegal, basically. And so that a lot of the stuff is not actually roomie stuff. It's stuff that's been left over. And so for example, I think that there are some things that they probably left as a bit of a courtesy. They left a bunch of bathroom and kitchen tiles, so they must have done some renovations, and then there's spare tiles that are left over, which, you know, if a tile, it's wall tiles, if they break, then they have the tiles that they can use to replace them. But I said to Rumi, I was like, you've been here for a couple years now. I feel as if you haven't broken a tile now, and if they are wall tiles rather than floor tiles, just get rid of them, man. Like, am I silly in that regard? Because they don't have a shed, and so they don't really have anywhere. It's just, I just... Keep the tiles? Really? They're just tiny, they're the size of a brick. You really think that I should keep them? They're usually batch run, so you can't go buy a matching one later. But what the hell are you doing to break a tile on the wall? Like, what the heck are you doing when a tile is breaking on a wall? Accidents happen? What kind of accidents are you happening? I cannot fathom anger issues. Oh, okay. I don't think that we have to worry about that. Hi, Ari. Yeah, it's like... Just very, very rough, sexy times in the kitchen. Oh my gosh. Hi, Adrian. Your intimate lifestyle. Yeah, Ari just told it like it was. It happens rare but possible. Yeah, but at that point, I feel like you just accept that you did something, you goofed, you know? I feel like if you have managed to break a tile that lives on a wall, like a splashback, for example, you've done something really drastic to have that happen. It wasn't me. It was the tile wave that ripped through town. No! Oh, gosh. If I saw moving stuff around and falling in the bathroom, I guess. But if you goof, wouldn't it be nice to fix it easily? Not when they are taking up that much space, I'll tell you what. Whatever, like, okay, so there are crafts that basically, instead of hiding the blemish, they embrace the blemish. So, if, for example, darning a hole in a sweater, instead of using the same fabric, you create an entirely new pattern, and so you could put like a butterfly on it. And so now, or you know, the elbow patches, which seem to be more of a fashion statement, but in some cases it could have been just to cover up the hole and make an entirely new look. And so what if instead of replacing it with an identical tile, you instead make something fun and kooky, a little artsy crafty thing, rather than just replace it with the same thing, you know? Cheers, Sea Mama. Hi, Jitten. Good to see you. We're just talking about whether or not I should get rid of spare tiles that would theoretically replace the tiles in the kitchen. But I'm like, how are you breaking kitchen wall tiles? The floor, I get it. I understand if it's the floor, but the wall. Like, if it's the floor, sure, you drop something on the floor. But the wall! This space is storage, not living. This space where I am. So that's why the tiles are here. Snacks is downstairs. I was cuddling him on the couch, so you can have Manu. Personally, I think it should be Rumi's choice. Yeah, and Rumi said, yeah, okay. Here's what Rumi said. I didn't even know they were up there. That's what Rumi said. That is what Rumi said. Rumi didn't even know the tiles existed, okay? Can we talk some sense into them? It took me being here for them to even make them aware of the spare tiles. No, he's still out of the pool. I think I will have to give him a steam so that the crinkles come out. I can't believe I paused Werewolf vs. Dracula fight for an interior design debate. Hell yeah. Yes, go watch your violence. I've laid tile on multiple floors and walls and have had multiple floor cracks, but no walls for what it's worth. Interesting that. Save them for when something comes to you that really excites you. I don't know about that one. I don't know. Offset design, yeah. Last time I fell, I had to call 911 and crawl about 200 feet across my apartment army style. Oof, that's rough. Butterfly, I hardly knew her fly. Well, sucks to be you. I'm gonna tell you. I don't have these genes anymore, so I feel like it's okay for me to tell you this story. But Kiwi Man, it reminds me of a very specific pair of jeans that I actually got in America when I was there. I got a pair of jeans, and when you unzipped them, they just had the. I don't have any pants on me right now, but when you unzip them on just kind of in between the zipper in vertical, it just says lucky you. I don't have those jeans anymore, but you've just ignited a memory of mine. I completely forgot about them until this moment, but yeah, it just said lucky you. And I thought that was very cute. I actually didn't even know about them until after I had already bought them as well. So it wasn't the reason I purchased them. They just fit well. And so then when I took them home is when I realized that they said lucky you. So you do have pants on. I have dungarees on, I guess. Yes, lucky jeans. It was very cute. Also, guys, I was on a bit of a rant mode, but please go check out Ariella. She's so wonderful. We have matching tattoos, and so I can't think of a better shout out than that. Ariella and I have matching tattoos, kind of, sort of, close enough. And thank you, Clem. And she does some singing. She's a wonderful singer, variety gamer, but also massive yapper. You'll see her doing a lot of just chatting, which I know you guys like. You're on dancing around naked, calling to the various deities of nature, not online. That's, don't make assumptions on what I do in my offline time, okay? How many others knew about that before us? Oh, okay, let me think about it. So I was in a long-term relationship when I went to America. So that person knew about them. And then and then I started dating Redacted honestly quite soon after our breakup. I just got lucky meeting Redacted, I suppose. But I don't think that the jeans, I don't think that I kept them. I think that the jeans I was not happy with by the time the relationship ended. So I think only one person, I genuinely think only one person would have like quote unquote seen them. And because they were my boyfriend, I would have been like, yo, check this out. Isn't this hilarious? So it wouldn't have even been like a, ooh, sexy, like, wow, ooh. It's just like, isn't this cool? Because when you get into that comfort level, sometimes you don't show off the sexiness. You just show off the unfiltered enthusiasm. So I'm thinking it was just the one person. If it would only be redacted if it wasn't. I don't think I have a nickname for the ex before my ex. So I think that. Because I can tell you, there was no one in between them. And the genes don't exist anymore. So it's just whether or not the genes met redacted, my ex. And if they didn't meet redacted, it would have been my ex before my ex. Yes, I am very hippie. I am hippie. I don't think anyone could make that reveal actually sexy. Yeah, I feel like you just start to laugh. I feel like, okay, hypothetically, I don't want, no, I feel like I'm putting too much imagination. Let me just say it like, if I were to come across that, I think I would just laugh. I think it would kill the mood. I'm sure that other people would be in different regards where it's like, but for me, I think I would just be like, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. I like that. The genes still exist, they just belong to someone else. Yeah, I'm actually trying to think what I did with them. The thing is, I know why I didn't like them in the end. They fit really well. I only bought them because there was like, oh, now here's some tea, but I will save for the podcast. But there's a girl who wanted to go shopping. She had lost a bunch of weight, and so it was kind of an exciting thing to be able to squeeze into some smaller jeans, and so she was very proud of herself, and so she wanted to go shopping, and it was just me who was free, so I'm not really a shopper, but I felt kind of obligated to buy something while I was there. So I was like, I guess these will do. And I like the color. I had and they fit fine, but they were 3/4. They they kind of cut off at a place that I didn't like. And so after a few years, I was like, I'm not wearing these. I'm really not wearing them because I like full length jeans. I'm just going to get rid of them. But how did I get rid of them? It would have either been a thrift. I don't think they got any holes in them. I think it would have either been a thrift store or, it would have been probably like those H&M. Yeah, it would have been one of those H&M clothing bins. So our H&M do clothing collections. They say that they turn the clothes into rags and repurpose them. I don't know if it's true. I'll have to see if there's a YouTube documentary on following the process. But out of sight, out of mind, I guess. One of the things you can laugh to during, lightens the mood. You know, it just makes people comfortable. As long as you're not laughing at something. I missed a visit from Charles. Looks like it was a really nice visit. Yeah, I made sure to ask how their dad is. And they said, well, you can read it as well. Hey, BF, notice anything? Cold, still cold, warmer, cold. Yeah, good for her. Exactly. And so, but look, the reason why I was like, that's tea, is it was good for her, but there's also a lot of other issues that she has. And you know what? Some of you guys have been around for a while. It's the same person who basically made me give up on acting. So I have a lot of conflicting emotions about them, you know. I'm struggling to remain relevant. I lost a lot of weight too. Ooh. Didn't you know women store the genes on the men they sleep with? I don't. Oh, yeah, no sleeping around, you slutty sluts. Yes, I knew that there was like some sort of toxic mindset that you were trying to imitate there, but I was like, I can't quite see it. But yeah, I got that. I got that. Oh, goodness. I quit on seeing the goat as well, according to my sis. I quit on. Oh, a Leo cameo. Why are you getting a Leo cameo? Can we fight them? Can we fight them? No. I think that they're. There are a few people, and maybe you guys feel this as well. There are a few people from your past that you just kind of let lie and live in the past. I know that they've got a child now. Oh my god! I wonder. You know what? I'm gonna stalk them. You know what? You've convinced me. Wait. Am I? Do I even have the ability? Oh. I don't have the account on this phone. I got this phone a few months ago. I don't have the account on this phone that would have been able to stalk them, so I guess I'm not doing that. Will I be able to check them? Maybe I can check them on incognito. Pretty sure I mentioned the person a wee while ago, the same one who taught you should play the victim. No, that is correct. So this is a mentor that I had in my acting days, and for some things they gave me good advice, and other things they gave me really, really terrible projected advice. And so she said that I would play a good she said that I would play a good victim in the like the CSI channels, the serial channels where someone always dies at the beginning. She said that I would suit the person who would die at the beginning. She's not wrong. I would nail it. So I'm not denying that I would play a great murder victim, okay? Or someone who like saw a murder where it's like, I couldn't, I don't know why me? Yeah, play to your strengths. What strengths? Weakness. Thank you for the follow. And then wasn't it one of your mentors that played a dead body, or was that you? I played a dead body. Yes, I did play a dead body. Yeah, I'm perfect for corpse number 4. No makeup required. I try not to scream too loud. And then she also said that I wasn't good enough for applying for this acting agency, and I was like, "What? Who are you? Who are you to tell someone they're not good enough, first of all? And if you're not good enough, why should I apply to any of them? I do make a great cadaver model. Thank you. I appreciate it. You do strike me as traumatized woman one, right? Exactly. I'd get paid for it. I'm not just an extra. I could get paid for it. I'd get to cry." Anywho, so talk about gatekeeping. Exactly. And so instead of and so she was like 15 years my senior. I was just 20, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. 14, 15 years, I think we're separated by. And then she asked me, like, if you could have any acting agency, who would you have? And I was like, Gilchrist Management, if you guys are curious. I'm not with them, so I can not make a nickname for it. Usually I do fake names, but I'm not with them. So Gilchrist Management was the one that I wanted to try and be with. They're an Australian agency, and they do international they have international connections. There are a few Aussies who are with them that are now doing very well. And then I that's what I said. She asked me who I'd want to be with. I said, and she said, "You're not good enough." But I think you should go for like one of these agencies. And I'm like, well, if I'm not good enough for this agency, why should I be good enough for any of the other agencies? Like that logic doesn't. Anyway, I didn't have a lot of confidence, and so it when I came back from America, I just basically didn't trust myself. I didn't apply to any agencies because I was like, what's the point? And then I just lost more and more self-confidence. And then I did a few like student films and whatnot, which you guys have seen, but it just never, it just completely rattled and shook me to the point where I just never applied for an agent. And, you know, it sounds silly, but when you're young and you are looking up to the people who are supposed to know better, yeah, chin chin, exactly, then of course it shakes you. Racy to the bridge! She was a right cunt, and I say that with a full American pronunciation. Beautiful, hot tea, chun chun. She clearly wasn't good enough to act, or she wouldn't have been a consultant. It's interesting that you say that. That's like crazy. I would never say that. It's like, oh, wow. Actually, I want to see if I can see things. That makes me upset. I didn't think anyone could make you do anything. I hope you found more belief in yourself. Oh yes, yeah, exactly. So if I were to, thank you, Quokka, that's very kind. If I were to go back into acting, I fuck that bitch, you know. That's just straight up, like, what a horrid thing to say. But the thing is that you learn your lessons in very odd ways, and so for me, when I interact with people, not even just younger than I, just other people who tell me about things they want to do, I'm just like, cool. Well, you probably know more about it than I do, so why would I give you any doubt in that? And so I try to be kind, I guess, and I am hyper aware of the ability to completely shatter someone's entire self-confidence and years of dreams, you know. So yeah, you learn your lessons in an odd way. Looks like she's recording a 3.5-hour long video essay on a 3-decade-old movie nobody watched for the lighting and handheld mic. This would be great for video essays. You're so right. Oh, okay. For those who ever want to hear my movie reviews, I have thoughts. Okay, it's another thing. I will say that there is some self-consciousness that has bled over. And in fact, movie reviews are one of them. Some people have said that it would be cool to hear some of my movie reviews. I get very passionate about movies. But I think that some of these kinds of things of doubting myself make me go, well, what do I know? What do I know about movies? And so I'm trying to separate the fact that I try to study them and more just be allowed to have a wrong opinion on them. So I'm working on my self-confidence, because I think it'd be a lot of fun. We do a lot of Discord movie nights, which I'm hoping to bring back when I'm back from Croatia as well. And it would be cool to talk about them afterwards. And I think I know what my first movie is going to be. It's going to be Treasure Planet, because I watched it over Christmas and I was like, ooh, this would be a nice. I have a lot of feelings about Treasure Planet. It's nice and simple. It was great, but it's not like Interstellar or something. It's just Treasure Planet. What kind of background is that? I'm in the attic is where I am, and also the stand-up comedy club, as Lily has pointed out. Good to see you, Lily. I hope you're well. But you're sitting down. Oh God, damn it! You do raise a very good point. Maybe I can say sit down comedy. Okay, I'll change it for next time. Good point. No, you're good, Quokka. You're good. Everything I hear about the film industry is terrible for upcoming artists, especially. I know, right? Traumatized woman number 1. Nah, bridge runner woman, exactly. Bridge teen. Is ridiculous to say you shouldn't apply. Exactly. It is so ridiculous. So for those who missed it, basically this lady, I wanted to apply for this agency, and this lady said I wasn't good enough. I should apply for a different one. But how can she decide that? It is not her choice whatsoever. And so obviously I walked away from that, and I can tell myself all of these things, but it's so illogical. She's not the agent. She can't tell me what they want. Do you want the realty? I very quickly realized that one of the reasons why she probably said that is because she was rejected from that same management. Like, I know that she was rejected from that management. Projection much? Anyway, so yeah, I think you not being good enough, as she said, is more of that, like, well, if she didn't get in, then why would I get in? Because she's so much better than me, you know? It was just so stupid. And I look at it and I'm like, that's so stupid. It really, really is. But like I said, if I were ever to go back in and dabble in acting, well, it would be for fun rather than for me to pursue it with the hopes and dreams of winning an Oscar one day. But you never know. I will make the best Oscar speech ever. Not that we care. No, we totally don't care. But anyway, I would have a lot more confidence applying these days, mainly because I wouldn't have as much fear of rejection, of failure, because I think that's something that we all go through, right? Look no further than dating or trying to make friends, but also job applications. There's always going to be some form of anxiety when it comes to applying for a thing. Maybe it's a grant, and maybe it's applying for colleges, whatever it is. There's always something in our lives that you can apply for and potentially get rejected on. And I think that if I were to go back into the acting industry, I have I'd just be like, okay, like, well, I didn't get it, cool, that's fine. I'm not putting so much I wouldn't have so much riding on it, and it would just be like, oh well, I tried and that's cool. Maybe I'm too good. Yeah, exactly. You know, sometimes it can be intimidating, and it's hard. It's hard when you're just so bloody good. Anyway, so it was ridiculous. That is exactly it was ridiculous. If you went back to acting, fuck it, we ball full send. I actually have been thinking about it. When I get my proper visa for the UK, I'm genuinely considering for a bit of fun doing even just like a little student film here or there, or the vertical dramas that is so cringe. I would be great in a vertical drama. I think I would be a mean girl though. I don't think I would be the protagonist. I think I'd be one of those like, you stay away from my boyfriend kind of girls. I think I'd be a bitch. It would be awesome. So, and then I can share it with you guys. And that's what I mean is if I were to do it, like, I don't really, it's not, I've got other things that I can do with my life. So it's not going to be ride or die where I'm like, oh, I really hope I get this gig. Like if I don't get this gig, then I'm a failure. It's just like, oh my God, wait, I'm actually going to be in the background for this, pushing someone in a wheelbarrow when they're wearing a koala costume. Cool. Like I have genuinely been thinking about it, just kind of as a bit of a hey guys, like this is what I'm working on, and I don't know. I think I'll have to get a little bit better at my British accent, and then who knows. I know Clem's going to have bad movie thoughts and takes. Well, that's exactly it. I just need to be comfortable with being bad, having bad movie thoughts and takes, and then people can hate watch me. You are giving girl on film? Oh my God, there we go. Hell yeah. Okay, sorry, just catching up. I want this to be your setup for music reviews. I already got your script. I didn't listen to it. Got it. Yeah, especially the handheld mic, hey, Boba. Boondock Saints. It's always nice to see someone else's perspective or reaction. Yeah, and I think that's what's beautiful about art, is that it is subjective. And so you can't really have a wrong opinion. You can have a bad opinion, but you can't have a wrong one. It's just your opinion. And so it is something that I'm trying to work on, because I think it would be cool to have a project to have outside of live streaming, I think is what I'm looking at, how I'm looking at it. Is that like stand-up comedy but less intense, less funny? Yeah, sit-down comedy, exactly. No, I think a sit-down comedy would be comedy films, so less intense and less funny. I want to be a stand-up comedian, but last time I made a joke I got banned for 7 days. Oopsies. Oh goodness. Pushing your bitterness onto other people, yeah, it tracks exactly. We're all grateful to the bitch. And that's the thing, C Mama, is that if she hadn't shattered my confidence, then I may have applied for the agency anyway. And I could be a star, and I could be earning millions, and I'd not know any of you guys. I'd never have tried live streaming. I'd be super stressed out because I'd be famous and wealthy and having the limelight, all these things that I just couldn't handle, you know. It wouldn't have been great for the mental health. You know, I could have had a fling with Leonardo DiCaprio until I got too old, and that's just we don't want that lifestyle. We're happy here. Yeah, I don't care, Craig. Facts. The world's not ready for you. Exactly. Yep. If you get famous, I'll be Rhodey Helium. I've never been rejected. Get good. Well, just an alien. You are still young, so give it time. Although you are doing very well for yourself, so you know what? Good for you. I'm not gonna push my my bitterness on you. The fact that you've never been rejected, you know, you're just winning, and that's awesome. And I can celebrate in the fact that you are winning. Do you have a dream role you would like to fill for a movie you've seen? So I used to want to be Harley Quinn because I used to watch the Batman animated series, as in the one that she was actually introduced in, the full jumpsuit. So before she got how do you call it? Hot. Before she got really sexy and Margot Robbie was playing her. That was one I wanted to play. Then I wanted to play Barbara Gordon. But more like the Oracle. But and then I would like even learn judo for it. I thought that would be cool. Other roles. I also wanted to play Cassandra, Cassandra Clare's character, Clary from the Mortal Instruments, but then Lily Collins got that, and then they made the TV shows Shadowhunters, and I was like, ugh, cringe. What else did I want to play? Victim number 1, of course. Would have been cool to be in a Supernatural episode, but I don't know now. I don't know. I would have been great as Clary. Well, so the movie came out and I was like, oh man, like missed my opportunity. And then I was like, wait, what if they made it a TV show? Maybe I could be the TV show Clarissa. And then they made it a TV show and I couldn't even get through the pilot. I really wasn't a big fan of Shadowhunters. Maybe I hear a lot of people liked it, but I couldn't get through the pilot, despite the fact that I loved the show. And then I think that I would want to do some sort of period drama as well. You know, like a Jane Austen or a Bridgerton. Okay, I'm catching up. Let me ask you a hypothetical. If you had 24 hours to live, wouldn't it be worth a try at least? Yeah, I think it would be fun. Genuinely. That's what I mean is I'm very happy with my lifestyle at the moment, and so why not just see if I can get an acting role here or there. If I get rejected, it's just funny, and if I get a role, then it's like, "Oh my god, what the heck? Now I get to play and have fun and show you guys at the end of the day." I just don't think that there's a reason not to. So it's something that I will look into, but I'm doing everything else first, and I won't worry about it until I have my proper visa either, because I just feel like especially if I end up getting paid for things, because I could do things for free, but I do feel like I'm a little bit too old for that shit. Not too good for it. I'm definitely not too good for it, but I'm just like, there are a lot of things that I can do for free, and I don't know if I love. The thing is, to be serious, one of the reasons I actually left the acting industry is because I saw so many of my peers who had started at the same kind of time as me, and they just loved it so much. They loved it so much that they just found every excuse under the sun to keep on acting, whether they got paid, whether they didn't get paid. They just kept on doing it because they loved it so much. And I was just like, I don't have that same passion. I don't have that same joy. I don't have that same drive. And the reason I don't have the drive is because I just wasn't as interested as they were. And not in a comparative way either, where it's like, oh, look at them doing all these things and I'm not doing anything. It just is, I just didn't enjoy it as much as they did. Whereas if something was handed to me on a silver platter, so for example, if someone reached out and they're like, hey, I watched your live stream and I know that you used to act. You want to play a little character in our movie? I'd be like, hell yeah, I do. If it's handed to me, I'll slurp that shit up. Like, yeah, but do I want to go out of my way to find jobs? Especially unpaid ones? Nah, I'm too old for that shit. So I'm going to be a little bit picky, but I don't see any harm in not giving it a go. And I think it would be fun where it's like, okay, guys, you want to practice some lines with me? Okay, let me, I'm so far behind. I do want to catch up though. I used to be afraid of failing, but I've matured, so now I'm afraid of succeeding. Amen, brother. Amen. I actually, that is a genuine fear. I could rant so much about that, but I'm going to pin that. Maybe we'll come back to it. Maybe we won't. No regrets, exactly. You mean the ones they ads? They're terrible, but I won't stop watching them. Yes, Macmillan! The vertical dramas, they're so fucking good. And then there's like someone who gets pushed around and they're like, I just need to get through this final week. I'll marry the man that hates me and then it'll all be over. And then if only I can find my love again, then everything will be okay. And then the man she's marrying is her love and they don't even realize it. It's like, wow, crazy. They're so bad. I love them. Can't you I'm made for it. I would be excellent. Accepting an Oscar on stage with an IRL backpack. Amen. I would totally do that. What's the use of millions if I don't know you, right? I can't even give Charles $1,000. Okay. Maybe you could get on Chat with one of those vertical drops. Chat's literally my favorite YouTuber. Chat is actually legitimately my favorite YouTuber. That's the only reason that I want to get any form of recognition, just so I can collab with Chat or even Chad. Like that would be, oh my god, that would be great. Yeah, real ones know the Udi commercial. Maybe it's a thing of doing for the love of it. The other BS they're about. Exactly. It's fantastic to apply or audition for things that would be fun, but you're not attached to it. Source, one-time member of the Wellington cheerleading team for about 5 minutes. That's so cool. I don't think I would do the stage. I'm not I'll think about it. I'll look at what kind of local plays and stuff we have. Maybe I can do stage. Brit small budget cinema is really impressive. Yes, exactly. You devs have a wrong opinion. God damn it. Why sit down comedy? Why not lie down comedy? Well, only when we get couch streams. You haven't seen the couch streams, Crossbow, but the couch streams are the lie down comedy. You're already a star, just dim one. Might be too inside baseball, but have you thought about asking Chat one of those docs for 5 words that you think think of when you think of it. That could work. I'm not going to worry about it at the moment, but that is a good point. Harley and Joker have an incredibly abusive relationship. I know. It's sad. Anywho, I've also never been rejected. No applying, no rejection. Badass. Thank you for the follow. I would crush Barbara Corvin, right? Hi, Luke. Can't tell if you're homeless or about to do a set at some dingy comedy bar. ¿Por qué nos las dos? I'm a DC girly, yes. The thing is, my knowledge on DC and comic books in general is very limited, but I always like DC over Marvel. It actually took me a long time to even watch the Marvel movies. I do like Spider-Man, I guess, but I've always been a DC gal. I loved Batman, especially the animated series. Not so much. I watched Justice League. I never actually got into Superman, admittedly. I've never read a comic book because I know that as soon as I do it, I will collect them. I do have a bad habit in that regard. But I was Batman fan from a very young age. But not in the super fan, like knowledgeable of a lot of things. But don't gatekeep me. I liked Batman. I liked Batman in my way. But you guys will probably say things that I'm like, whoa, I've never heard of that. And that's okay. Yes, a Skins remake. I could be a teacher. That's a good point. Sorry, to the new chatters, I'm just catching up with chat. I got on a rant. You'll soon learn that I that I am a ranter. So I'm catching up, but I have seen you. Welcome on in. The main was hot, but it was bad. Stopped watching. Yeah, and then you get another one, and then you're like, oh, I'll just see how this one goes. I know what it's like, Macmillan. I know what it's like. It sucked ass so they could reboot it with you. Hell yes, that's the way. Victim number 1, Clem, you have to start off small, like victim number 9 or something. Like not too small. Yeah, we'll be in the top 10, but we don't want to overreach. We don't need lines, but a close up of my dead face. I'll not blink. Clemens Farmer Gordon would go hard. I actually genuinely think I would have suited. I know that there's a lot of Barbara Gordons that have come out now, but the Barbara Gordon, the little tiny white girl, red hair, jiu-jitsu judo style, and then the oracle techie side of things when she becomes the oracle. I think that I would have I felt like I would have suited that role very well. So if anyone's looking for a Barbara Gordon, I'll learn judo. So you're gonna say depression, oof, Macmillan, but Clem can pull off the bangs, but maybe a teacher that oversteps the bounds with his students parasocially. So you're telling me I'm a predator? Wow, that's like the kindest thing you've ever said. Everyone always calls me a victim. The fact that you think that I could be a predator. Oh, like it's giving thank you for the follow. It's giving perks of being a wallflower. If you haven't seen that, I won't share, but oof. Anywho, you're applying for a voice acting role. Good luck, Kiwi man. Yeah, it'll be so fun. I think the fact that you're even doing it is freaking awesome. That is so cool. Do Sean Penn and don't even show up to Oscars to accept your award? Apparently he's in Ukraine. I have to look it up again, but because there was kind of it's Kieran McCulkin, right? He kind of threw some shade where he's like, or didn't want to be here or whatever. But I think that he's actually doing something kind of badass, like helping. I don't know why he's in Ukraine. I'll have to look it up. It was very surface level. My girlfriend wanted me to introduce her to my family, but does she think I'm crazy to show her to my wife and kids? Well, maybe that's kind of her kink. She's likes being a dirty little secret. I think that it's probably something that you should discuss with your wife and kids. Maybe they'll be okay with it. I don't know. Maybe you're polyamorous. Like you got to give me more details before I call you crazy. Just told me to come here, so I'm here. Hello. Annie. I'm so sorry that I've taken this long to see you. I hope that you are still here because, oh my goodness, what a username. Yes, what a username. Anamoya is a word that I only learnt, I would want to say last year. Top tier. That is... I came across the term and I often correct people when they're like, oh, nostalgia for the blah, blah, blah. No, not a nostalgia, it's Anamoya. Anyway, great name. I must praise. Incredible. For those who don't know what the word Anamoya is, well, I could tell you, or you could, look it up yourself and be resourceful. I heard Schwarzenegger needs a new Predator. Ooh, I could be the Predator. I can't do the clicking noise. It'll be my own clicking noise. Notice anything different? Is it your hair? It is! Thank you for noticing. I was going to put in the title where it's like, notice anything different, says every woman ever. But that's the one. I just need. Okay, let me see what else I missed. Open auditions for a YouTube channel. Hell yeah, that's so exciting. I hope it goes well. All Star Superman was a great comic. Literally only have one. But, if you enjoyed it, then it was a great one. Don't affect your wallet, but you should be looking into Absolute Batman. No, don't tell me these things, okay? I know that I would love comics, and that is exactly why I've stayed away from them for 30 years. My mother's the same. Her brother, so my uncle, he collected comics for a while, and she kind of had a bit of an interest in reading them, and she wanted to keep them. I think he got rid of a lot of them, and she's like, wait, what? Excuse you? Sorry. But she never kept comics as well, and I know that she would have been an absolute savage when it came to them. I know that she would have collected them all. I've seen all of her DVD collections. She is a completionist through and through, and it was passed down to me genetically or nurturally, I don't know, but I am very healthy not having comic books, okay? Is there somewhere I could rent them though? No, stay away. I can't do it. The Batman series and the Batman Beyond of the future are based. Well, so is Absolute Batman, apparently. I grew up watching the Adam West Batman series, so I've been never able to take him seriously. Okay, fair enough. What's a Barbara Gordon? So Barbara Gordon is Commissioner Gordon's daughter. I think that they have a few different ways. Sometimes it's there. I think in Gotham they had her as his girlfriend as well, but typically depicted as his daughter, and then her alias is Batgirl. So she ends up running around as a little Batgirl, kind of like a Robin, I guess, not to be confused with Batwoman, but Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. And sometimes she is the Oracle, where she goes into a more techie vibe. Cute. Don't sell yourself short. Marisha Ray got to Batgirl, and she's a redhead too. There we go. I didn't consider these things. Not to get r/deep, but the feeling of anima actually saved me. Oh my gosh, I found the word. I was like, that's what it was. That's so beautiful. That's genuinely so gorgeous. Yeah, I think you've shown us more than just dipping our toe, and that's all. But yes, I think it's such a beautiful word, and so that's why when I saw the username, I was like, that is very clever. Very, very clever. Just tell us, too lazy. Okay, I will tell you. So anemoia is basically when you are hoping for a time or nostalgic for a time that you didn't live in. And so a lot of people, I'm going to say this very surface level, Annie will know, will have their own experiences with it to feel the connection that they do. So I'm gonna kind of butcher it a little bit. But basically, if you go, like the 70s were just so great, like the whole disco vibe, like that. I just wish I was born in the 70s. Like I would have loved it. Everyone was just carefree, and I just would have suited that time. But like the 70s, I was born in the 90s, so I can't know that the 70s would have been great for me. I just kind of think it would have been great. And so that instead of having a nostalgia for a time that you did experience, so nostalgia is kind of that hope and longing and the rose-tinted glasses of your, say, youth and childhood, or time gone. It's more of this nostalgia for a time that you didn't live in, a place that you didn't grow up with. And so there are some ways that you can market it the same way nostalgia is marketed. So getting a Star Wars remake every 20 years or so. So you can market anemoia the same way you can market nostalgia. And so I know this is going to trigger a few people. This doesn't need to trigger you. This is just a fact, okay? So I don't want people to jump on this. It's just a very easy slogan campaign as an example. So the term Make America Great Again is capitalizing and marketing on anemoia, because it's saying, the America was prosperous and et cetera, all of the other things that comes with the slogan. But a lot of the people who that is being marketed to can be young people, 20, 30-year-olds, and they are trying to make America great again from a time period that they actually didn't live in. So times before they were born, the industrial period, and so that's an example of marketing Anemoia and how that can be things. Like I said, just very hell yeah, brother, just very factual. That's all we're gonna say there, because I know it can trigger some people. And I'm not saying it in like a positive or a negative, just a fact. And then, but for other people, for Annie, it's obviously a very touching thing as well, of you don't have to share your own experience. And so it's basically just this feeling for a time that you didn't live in. And it can be very odd, similar to how deja vu can be odd, where it's like, I'm not quite sure why I feel such a connection for this. And so maybe some people will dive into that. Maybe they start looking at and learning about the Regency period or whatever it might be. That's just interesting. Okay, so at the risk of outing my age, the 90s rock new metal scene is chef's kiss. Ooh, an Anemoia for music. I feel like that's good, where it's like, the 80s had the best rock music. If only we could go back to that time where we had the best music. Like, that's a form of Anemoia too. Yeah, for sure. Idealism? Yeah, I guess it could be a bit of idealism. Can you share what time it was for? Oh, yeah, that will be up to Annie to decide. Apparently there's a large box of comics in my garage. I noticed it recently and went to check it with my ex. His comics came around under the creepers and dust. They were surprisingly good condition. Oh my god. Oh, so that's another way you could look at Anemoia, is like, I just wish that. So for example, a lot of us could have nostalgia where it's like, like back in the good old days where we just wandered down the street, but other people could be like, I really am looking. I wish that we had a more simpler time. Where we had some more direction in. I can't think of what a good time period would be. I think music was a good example, where it's like, if only I was in that time. If only I could have been a flower child or whatever it is. Apparently there's a large box of, this one, Asterix the Gaul, Tintin the Far Side. Oh, these are all the comics. Calvin and Hobbes, also great. As long as I long for the time for the dinosaurs as if I was a sauropod. Oh man, I just would have fit in so well, It's the neck, isn't it? It's the neck. I don't agree with anything that is going on right now, as in the words I've said. Or if it's because about America in general. I'm not quite sure what the disagreement is in regards to. Guys, you don't know, I would have been the coolest dinosaur. I would have been so great. I'm sort of this still counts as Anemoia, but it was the future. Wow, I hadn't considered it like that. That's kind of cool. It was the future. I was in a really bad spot, and it felt like the feeling for the past. But it was like, man, the future's going to be so amazing. Felt like I was already living it, despite it being so far away, but also finally in reach. If that makes sense, it's a very strange feeling. That's so cool. I've not actually considered the idea of Anemoia being something that you could be longing for with the future, but I think that ultimately it's still something that you've embraced, and I'm not gonna discount that for sure. I like the idea of it. That's cool. Yeah. And it also, especially when I know that a lot of people can feel very bleak about the future. I think that that is a positive, optimistic view, that even if it is feeling this like longing for the future that can cause a bit of bittersweetness for today, that it's still ultimately a positive and a way to look for the future. And that's sweet. I like that. The Buffy reboot news is super sad. Oh, okay. I haven't seen any more updates. It looks like the sun is coming out though. Yeah, pining for those times. That's the one. Have you by any chance heard Stephen Bednar's Dinosaur Can? Hilarious song for the Anamoya. Interesting. Maybe we'll have to watch that in a Reacts one day. Thumping around, munching on leaves as a Brachiosaurus. That must feel so good, eh? That must feel so good. Anyway, that was just a little tangent. I'm sure that there are other ways that we could phrase it more. So I like to share kind of my opinion on things, and then let's get the exact meaning, shall we? So if we look up Anamoya and now have a bit more of a succinct way of phrasing it. So Google AI says, Anamoya is the poignant and often bittersweet longing or nostalgia for a time, place, or experience that you've never actually known or lived through. So in that case, I think that having a longing for the future is absolutely applicable. I've always applied it to the past, but I think that that is very applicable. This also implies that you could be longing for an experience even in the presence, where it's like, or like it looks so great in, like, if only I was able to live in this country, maybe. But it does feel like there are other ways you can use it as well. Coined by John Koenig, it describes the emotional imaginary connection typically to past eras, such as the 80s, vintage aesthetics, or bygone locations. Interesting. Often triggered by old photos, music, and also films. There we go. I think we did an alright job chatting about it then. Nostalgia for a time or place one has never known. I think we did okay with the description in that case. So yeah, just wishing for a time that you haven't actually experienced. Hi, Badman. Unfortunately, you can't watch it in Reacts. I've been searching for it since the internet was made. I've been able to find it, and I'm pretty sure our library no longer has the vinyl. That is so upsetting. Oh man. Oh. Where even do you go from there? If you can't find it, then I don't think we'll be able to. I think part of the nostalgia is a longing to experience again, so they can't be separated. They can't be separated. I'm not so convinced, because I think that you can wish for an experience that you haven't experienced. I'm not so convinced. People buy old gadgets that they use as a child, or engage in old music, or seek out old photos. But I feel like this is nostalgia specifically, rather than Anamoya. I yearn to see the rich on the gallows. Yes, I just I have this Anamoya for just seeing the rich eaten. I'm not so much an eat the rich person. I will admit I don't really know what it means. It just seems like very striking slogan. I understand in concept, but I'm just like, I just want to see them get at least taxed higher. Is that acceptable? I'm actually going to look up if there's any simplicity with eat the rich, and see if it can give me let's see what it says. Eat the rich is a political slogan and rallying cry indicating that when the poor have nothing left to eat, they will consume the wealthy. Okay. That I could think that's what I was missing, is I didn't know where the phrase had come from. So yeah, when the poor have nothing, they'll consume the wealthy. That's where the phrase comes from. Okay. Oh my gosh! Hello! Thank you so much for the raid. Hi Tom, how you going? Hello. I'll pop that down. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you for raiding on Earn. I'm doing well, thank you. We're just having it easy today. Nothing too crazy. Just chatting about words and stuff and whatnot. And speaking of nostalgia, Anamoya would then be another abstraction nostalgia for a time you didn't experience. Yes, yeah. We're on the same page for sure. Eat the Rich was a movie. Oh, was it really? I didn't know. Are you in alleys due to Anamoya of Batman Life? I should not have found that as funny. funny. Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm yearning. I'm simply yearning for the fact that I never got to play Barbara Gordon. And I'm just like, man, if only I could have played Barbara Gordon and I could have been fighting trash in the alleyway. Oh, goodness gracious. That was good. That was good. I'll give you that. That was very good. Jeepers. Jeepers. Powered by pizza memes and questionable life choices. I like it. A random side tangent. Apparently there's news of a reboot in the underwater Smurfs. The Snorks. That's cute. I like that a lot. I don't know what that word is. Kafka, sorry. Can I talk in Italian? We do prefer English because we need to moderate in English. But you can teach us Italian if that helps. Hey, Bags, eating Elon or the ketamine will have made his flesh extra tender. Oh, you lucky. I don't know who I would choose. Maybe Hassan. I feel like that just feels like I probably wouldn't be the only person, but that just feels like just desserts, you know? That feels like just desserts. A little treat? Yeah, just a little treat. Just a little tiny treat. I was playing Resident Evil. Okay. Oh, 0. I'm always done with it. I'm on a Resident Evil fever dream. Hail, yo. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Don't feel like you have to chit-chat away, but I do appreciate you rating on it. It's good to have you here. Crime Alley Moya! Oh my god, hilarious. Hilarious. I was putting out my dishes and heard my name. What did I miss? Oh, sorry, we're talking about the word. So Lily made a good joke that I have Anna Moya for the Batman alleyways. So there's the Crime Alley Moya. I think you're up to speed now. You know that better than we do? I know I can talk in Dutch. Ooh. Yeah, are you able to speak in Italian? So it's very nice to spend the day with you. Thank you, Nightwire. It's always nice spending the day with you guys as well. I'm just a girl, Your Honor. The best ever. I don't know what that's from, but I like it. Yes, yeah, I need the monies. Wait, that implies that maybe you'll be trying to take the monies, right? Anywho, also Lily, I don't know if you have the law. I said that not because I watch him, okay? I haven't watched him in like 3 years, and you're one of the few people who will like give me like shit for it. There are other people who will give me shit for it, don't get me wrong, but you're one of the people who actually remember those days. I don't do it anymore. I promise. Trust me. I just don't want to be embarrassed in front of Lily. Annie, that is just slay. Just, you know what? Slay. The slay. I need more of that. You know, if I had that when I was 20 years old. Now, I'm not saying you're 20 years old, but I'm just saying if I had that when I was 20 years old, maybe I would have been a star. My Anna Moya for my peak acting career days. I'm not a biker. I'm not. I promise. I can't help it that it was on my Twitch feed, okay? He's got a lot of viewers. I didn't know. Anyway, I for those who don't know, I actually did used to watch him a few years ago, and then I stopped. Because I was like, yeah, I don't think this is really for me. I didn't like how he presented stuff that was actually political. I don't know if I feel weird. I don't want this to be clipped. The thing is that I really enjoyed his content when it was I know it's so funny because he does politics, but I found I used to enjoy his like reacts to stuff that weren't politics. That's actually the stuff I used to watch, and then I think it got to a point where it was just all politics maybe, and I just, that's when I was like, I don't watch you for this. This is not why I watch you. So I stopped. You really want to say like these things? Now I want to clip it. No! Oh no, please don't. I only watch his politic clips. Yeah, but well, that's what he's known for. And so I know that comes as no surprise, but back in my day, there'd be things. And anything that he would talk about in terms of American, like, or Californian politics, I was just so far removed from it that I was like, I just wouldn't watch it because I'm like, this has no impact on my life whatsoever. And so, yeah, I think it was when the when did the how do they call it? It was the Israel-Palestine war. Do you guys remember what year that was? I don't want to talk about it, but I'm just for my own kind of sake. Do you guys remember what year that happened? 900 days? Really? Has it just hit that? That's so sad. 2024. Yeah, I think it was around then that I really started being like, I don't like how this is being covered whatsoever. Not because of opinions, just because I preferred to not have commentary on it when it was all happening. That's a good point, Boba. That is a very good point. Exactly. Every year since 1948, also a good point. And then Ukraine. When was Ukraine? You guys will probably know more than me. Ukraine. That was. What year was that? It has been a lot longer, hey. Wow, this is saying 2014. Okay, so that's not the one that I was thinking of. 2022, that's the one I was thinking. I think it was around, it would have been around then, because I knew that there was a war that got a lot more coverage again, I think is a better way of putting it. There was a war that got a lot more coverage again, and I must confess that I couldn't remember if it was when there was more updates with Israel-Palestine or more updates with Russia-Ukraine. But it would have been, now that I've looked at the dates, 2022 would have been when I'm like, ooh, I don't like this. So that's when I would have stopped watching. Anywho, or 2024, maybe a little bit of both. Anyway, let's move on. I was just it was a gremlin that was on my shoulder. Yeah, it's all been ages, exactly. And the thing is, like, without diving into it, all of these things, they are bubbling under the surface for a lot longer before the coverage does reach those like us who don't live in these countries. And so there's even all of that some people would be on the pulse of, but a lot of us are just very unaware. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jitin. So, in other news, does anyone have any good news that we can talk about? Microcosms of the power structures and rules disintegrate. Let's see. The problem is that I'm like, I don't actually have anything else to update you guys on. I will next week when I come back from my trip away, when I come back from Easter. Oh, there we go. What is an Easter celebration like in America? Well, actually, the Americans are probably mainly asleep. That's a bad question. What is Easter like in Europe? How do you guys celebrate? Do you celebrate? What's the vibe? What am I going to experience when I'm over in, I think it'll be Slovenia, Croatia. Yeah, do the kids hunt the eggs? Is there a bunny? Should I be aware of any traditions? All these things. I'm used to having the Easter egg hunt. I think I've only done once in my life. Yeah, what's the point of no Easter egg hunts? I've only done Easter egg hunting once. We usually got the large chocolate eggs that were just a gift, and then I'd just work on that over time. And my sister ate mine, and I was like, bruh. Anyway, I'm not upset, but I do remember it 25 years later. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I don't think I would have seen Easter bunnies like commercially, but not one actually hopping around. Apparently I could buy the album I was talking about for only £3 and £170 in postage. I could store it for you for an indefinite period if you'd like. Neil is primarily a standalone Irish masculine name derived from yes, this one, Niall or Neil. I've seen that in the One Direction band. The name has roots in Irish mythology, like Niall of the 9 hostages and brought to Scandinavia and England by Irish Vikings. Hell yeah. Do they sell chocolate bunnies? How about jelly beans? No, I haven't seen jelly beans. The UK, I have seen a lot of the like Lindt chocolate bunnies. Classic. Cream eggs, larger eggs. I don't see a massive chocolate aisle, but that's because I just have a little local supermarket. Good news, I'll be on HRT for 1 month this Saturday. Ooh, I hope it doesn't affect you too badly. I know sometimes there can be some side effects, but I hope that it all goes okay. Congratulations. I know it can be quite a process to be able to get HRT, so that is good news. Thank you for sharing. Spain has fun parades, drums and trumpets. Cool. We bought plastic eggs to put treats in and hide for the kids. I think their dad still did it a few years ago, but not with the plastic ones. And Kermit doesn't like chocolate. I see. That must be really tough for you, see, Mama. That must be really tough. We have websites and events set up for all egg hunts and brunches all over the city. That's actually really cool. Aww. Maybe I'll get a brunch. With mimosa. Yum. I went to a Japanese restaurant years and years and years and years ago. Many, many years. At least 4. My ex and I, we got one of those, we decided to splurge one night. It was quite fun. We got one of those set menus and it was so delicious. But included in the set menu is a dessert. And they call it a dragon's egg. And it was so cool. So it's basically just a regular, like those larger Easter eggs. But they called it a dragon egg. I don't remember what made it a dragon. I think just being in a Japanese restaurant. And it was so delicious. I don't remember much else, but I do remember it was very, very tasty. It had some like of those edible gold sprinkles on it. It was very fancy. Maybe I can hijack Easter and hide some D&D Easter egg hunt, but dragon eggs. I don't know who that will be useful for, but at least one person will appreciate that. One Direction band only goes one way, straight. I guess. Are you sure? I'm trying to think of the members. I feel like it's definitely marketed that way. It's not really any bad side effects. Cool. It's insanely easy where I am, but not very safe without gum. Yeah. That can be tough. When I was over there, the Dutch had the most amazing decorated eggs. Hell yeah. I want a huge chocolate egg. I would gnaw on it like a stim toy. Nom, 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 nom. I've tried to stay away from getting chocolate eggs because, again, I think I'll just start making a tradition out of it. So I have plenty of chocolate. I don't need more, as much as it pains me to say that. Do you know what it is that I have been absolutely snacking on that I really need to get some self-control and discipline of? Is if you guys have never tried a Mars bar ice cream, you're missing out. They're so delicious, so tasty. Thank you, Annie. And oh my goodness, they're a big fan. Oh yes, yeah. Go to sleep. All the best. I won't see you by the time you start your treatments. So I hope it goes okay, and hopefully we'll see you in the future. Have a wonderful weekend. And Macmillan, thank you for the follow as well. Dungeon crawl for dungeon egg. Yes, exactly. And then dragon mounts. Or at least a baby dragon. Maybe some of them are, maybe it's like you could have dormant eggs similar to Game of Thrones, and then Daenerys was able to hatch them, and it's like, wow, crazy. So depending on what your D&D party is, not all of them have to hatch. You could just have one hatch for the party, and then they have to look after little Baba Dragon. You could do it a lot of ways. Just depends on what. Whereas if you're maybe a high level, then sure, dragon mounts for all. I'm stealing the D&D Easter Dragon Hunt. I'm glad. Tell us how it goes. Do you know that Lieutenant Dan was actually a Jehovah's Witness? Oh my gosh, Lieutenant Dan got no eggs. I don't understand the punchline, unfortunately. Oh, no eggs, like no legs. But how does that relate to? Because Jehovah's Witnesses aren't allowed to celebrate Easter. That was layered. That was very layered. I got there in the end. I figured it out like a little puzzle. It was a hunt on its own, but I got there. So Lieutenant Dan, not allowed to celebrate Easter, so they have no eggs, which is a pun on the fact that he has no legs, and there's the RIP emoji. I got there. Thanks, Jishin. I'll probably head off soon myself. I'm feeling like I don't have too much to rattle on about today. Yeah, I almost figured it out thinking about chocolate bars. Life is like a box of chocolate. Exactly. You never know what you're going to get. I just see what this big ding ding was. Cool. Well, like I said, I think that I don't really have anything to harp on about today. I just a big thank you. I'm oh my gosh, it has been 2.5 hours already. So I think that I will head off in that case. Here I was going, oh, I better try and find another topic to chat about, but we've done well, so I'm not going to worry about it. And people are heading off. Thank you, Adrian, much appreciated. I think the fact that people are heading off will be a good excuse for me to do the same. Huge thank you for the hype today. I cannot believe the generosity. That is so kind. I'm feeling very, very spoiled. It's perfect timing for my trip to have some pocket money. For those who don't know, I'm going to Croatia this weekend, so I will be gone until Easter. I do plan to do a stream here or there, even if it's just like this where we're hanging out and having a little natter, nothing too fancy. I won't be doing IRL streaming in the traditional sense of like taking you guys around the cities that I'm going to visit. This will be more for me and my friend rather than an online work thing. However, I do want to do IRL streaming in the future. But this one is not for streaming. This one is for me and my friend. And I will have fun. Fun. Crossbow, thank you for the warning. Genuinely, I think that has set good expectations. But I just hope I get on the flight. That's the biggest thing. The other problem is that my flight is in the morning of daylight saving. So I'm really, I have to really get that in my head of making sure that I get there on time. I'm sure it'll be fine. That everything will give me the alarm at the correct time. The phone will automatically change. I shouldn't have to worry about it. But it still means that I worry about it, of course. Yeah, thanks for just having a little chat about random things and turning up whenever I do to just have fun. I've been thinking a lot about what the channel will be looking like when I come back as well, and so I am going to try playing some games again. But I will confess that I've actually been really enjoying being a just chatting streamer. So I will try out some games again at some point, and we'll see how that looks. But I'm just setting expectations nice and early that I think that will probably be indulging mainly in the just chatting, but it's still very early thought, so we'll go back to some games and see how we find it. Good news, I get to see my favorite Freddy streamer. Too cute. And yeah, we're just going with the flow. Exactly. Don't we get to have a coffee? Of course. Yeah, I'm gonna be so ugh. So I will not be streaming the next few days. So definitely not for the next 3 days. And then I was planning on going live after that with my friend. So hopefully she agrees. And if she doesn't, then I will put a message in the Discord server. Discord is the best place to stay up to date and just say hi. I will give my love to Coffee, of course. I'm hoping that you guys will see her at least once over the week, and we'll just see what happens. And then I'm also thinking of going to Cambridge as well on my way back, but I'm still figuring out if I want to be back here or if I'll spend a night in Cambridge before I come back, because it would be nice to go see a friend there and maybe bring you guys along for an actual walking around the city IRL stream, even if it's a short one. So I think that could be really cool. So yeah, thanks for the last few weeks of slowly setting up the attic. It's been really enjoyable. Just finding our rhythm, and it's just been really nice being able to just turn up. I think that that's been something that's been very comforting, of having a space that I can just walk up here, hit start streaming, hopefully with less bugs next time, and just have fun. It's definitely been encouraging me to do more of it, and just in time for me to do less of it with my trip next week. But once I'm back, we'll be able to indulge a lot more. I don't have anything else planned until June, so it'll be good fun. Maybe just the odd trip around UK itself. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in a few days. I will be in the Discord, so if there's anything that you want to share, I will see it there. Thanks for all the compliments on my hair. Cringe. And I will, yeah, I'll go enjoy my offline. That's a nice way of putting it. Thank you, Lily. Enjoy your weekend, whatever you guys get up to. Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you for growing our community. It's been lovely seeing some new friends join, and also some of our older friends come back as well. And as always, the regulars keeping things going too.